Hi everyone, it's Jody, the founder of Clean Kiss. I am the founder, I'm the formulator behind all of the natural skincare products that Clean Kiss creates. And I have a burning issue that I need to talk to you about today, and it's all about sustainability in natural skincare. So I just recently published a blog post, went out last week, and it was all about the top trends in clean skincare for 2020. And I hope you've read it. I hope you enjoyed it. And the first trend that was that we talked about in the blog was about eco-sustainability in skincare. So I wanted to come on today and actually really dive into that topic. And I want to first, though, have a little bit of a caveat that this topic is huge. This topic is massive. So I have some key burning points that I want to get across about sustainability in skincare from a formulator and from a manufacturer standpoint that I wanted to share. But please know that if you're a consumer, obviously you're hearing about sustainability. Obviously you're probably doing a lot of things in your home, in your personal life, in your own selection of skincare products and cleaning products, laundry products, food products that is all touching on sustainability. So if you are, congratulations. I really hope that you continue on that path because it's so important. As a skincare formulator and manufacturer, it is something that is so near and dear to my heart. And since I started Clean Kiss back in 2014, since our inception, it's been something that's been very near and dear to me. So that has never changed. It's actually grown as a passion of mine as a responsible manufacturer. So I want to talk to you about something that I made my personal mission in 2019. And I want to kind of go through the story about what I've been researching, what I've been looking for, and I'm hoping that maybe there's somebody that's watching this video today that actually has a solution for me. That would be the best case scenario. If that doesn't happen, then at the very least, I hope I bring your attention to some issues around sustainable packaging in the everyday products that you use in your bathroom. This is a huge topic. Like I said, we could talk about sustainability in the kitchen, using glassware, not buying plastic, not buying packaged products, food products. We're not going to go there today because that's actually not even my expertise. But we are going to talk about sustainability in your everyday personal care products. Things like, natural deodorant. So we're going to talk about packaging. And I want to share with you some of the issues that I've been facing as a responsible business owner around, trying to make more sustainable decisions in terms of packaging. So basically, let's first talk about recycling waste in your bathroom. My first question to you is, how many of you have 2 waste bins in your bathroom? So do you have just one that you toss everything in, including your recyclable containers? Or do you actually separate, like you do in your kitchen, do you actually separate your packaging waste in your bathroom? So if you are not, there's an opportunity for you to consider getting 2 waste bins that you keep side by side, and you throw the stuff that can be recycled in the second recycling waste bin. In addition to that, you can also be putting stuff aside. So if you know that you have a company like Clean Kiss that will take those empty containers back from you and repurpose them and recycle them, then maybe you need a 3rd waste bin, or somewhere in your bathroom that you can store all of those containers that you don't want to put in the recycling bin because you're actually going to return them as part of a return empty program. So that's the second thing that I wanted to talk about in terms of recycling. Are you looking for ways to always be eliminating extra packaging that you don't need? So for example, I don't buy body wash. I use bars of soap. So there's lots of beautiful manufacturers. One of my good friends that owns Moya Shea Butter, she makes my favorite bars of soap. And if you actually go to my website and look at this blog that will be posted, you'll be able to get her contact information. So, do you use bars of soap? Do you use shampoo bars and conditioner bars nowadays? Those are, all over the marketplace, and you can get all kinds of things that reduce packaging waste. We will talk about some other options as well in terms of, buying in bulk, using refilleries. But how do you look at reducing that packaging waste in your bathroom? The other thing is Clean Kiss products. So we have a combination right now. We've got a combination of things that are in recyclable plastic, PET. And that's our deodorant and our body butter. And then we also have glass products. So we use glass in our skincare, our face care products, and in some of our body care, like our body spray. What we don't do is we don't use secondary packaging. So we don't put our glass containers in another box, cardboard box, because we fundamentally disagree with that because we don't want to add more packaging waste. So what's the point in going to a glass container only to package it in cardboard? I have a real fundamental belief that that is really wasteful. Not only that, it also adds additional cost to you as the consumer. So why would we put our containers into another container just so we can say that we're using glass? I don't believe that that's a really good sustainable option, because what are you doing with that box? Chances are you're not recycling it. Chances are you are just putting it right into your trash bin. So again, I could go on and on about this, but as you can see, I'm very passionate about this issue and feel that secondary packaging, secondary boxes are a huge waste and a huge cost that you don't want to be paying as the consumer. So what if there was a better solution? What if you could actually return your empties and you could get a credit, you could get a discount, you could get points towards future products, and you leave it up to the manufacturer to make good decisions for the environment, where we actually take these packages back and we responsibly recycle them, or we actually disinfect them and we're able to reuse them. That to me is a really good sustainable option that as Clean Kiss, I feel very, very passionate about doing that. We do have some options right now where you as the consumer can return your empties and you'll get a discount, and we plan on expanding that program in 2020. So you'll have to watch for that, and more details about that certainly will be coming out. So you'll see that on all of our social media and through our newsletter and things like that. If you don't already subscribe to our newsletter, I really do recommend that you check that out. So what do you do when recycling isn't an option? So if you live in an area that won't recycle, and as we know, there's a huge issue. This is a worldwide problem right now. Canada's getting back a few container loads of waste that we shipped over to other countries. And those countries are no longer taking waste from countries like Canada and the United States, because they can't deal with the volume of plastics and waste that they are receiving from other countries. So we need to figure out our own solution. So when recycling isn't an issue, we need to be looking at things like reusing, repurposing our waste. So don't be throwing it in the bin, because if you know that it's not an item that can actually be recycled, then think about what else you can do with it. So these little containers, You can put jewelry in these containers. You can put paper clips in these containers. So why not be using them in your desk, in your office? Bigger containers. Why not use it as a plant pot? Why not use it for granola, for nuts, for things like that, instead of using Ziploc and plastic and other containers? So there's so many ways, if you think outside the container and think of ways that you can be reusing and repurposing. Trust me, I know you can come up with all kinds of creative solutions. So those are things that you can do when recycling is not an option. The next thing you could do is look at zero waste options. So more and more, I'm being contacted to be, sharing our Clean Kiss products in bulk containers in zero waste refillery stores. So this pleases me to no end. So how these zero waste refilleries work is you can actually take back your container and you can refill it. So you can reuse and repurpose your containers, your own containers that came from Clean Kiss. Or you can actually take just a clean mason jar that you have cleaned and disinfected, and you can take it in and they can fill it with your favorite skincare products. So I love this, and I have a number of partners that I'm already working with, and the list just keeps growing. So if you're curious about where you can do that for your Clean Kiss products, you can check out that list on our website. So that's really exciting, and I love that this movement around zero waste and refillery is just, continuing to grow. So the next thing that I want to share is don't be fooled by companies. It's kind of like greenwashing, if you're familiar with that term, where, a company just throws some plants and some pretty pictures and flowers and says natural on their packaging, and then you automatically think that you're using, so you automatically think because they've put these claims and labels and pictures on their products, you automatically think that they are eco-friendly, sustainable options, because that's not always the case. So, for example, I talked about the glass containers, but then those have to go into a secondary package. There's other examples, but things like glass, for example, in addition to the secondary packaging that's often needed, the other issue with glass is that glass is heavy. So to ship glass, it really increases the carbon emissions. And so then really you have to ask, okay, so now we can recycle this product easier, but now we're increasing carbon emissions. So are we net neutral in terms of the sustainable benefit from doing that? The other thing is glass is prone to breakage. So, I have a lot of customers already that tell me that they're afraid of using glass. So if I'm, creating a product that I want consumers to use in the shower, do I really want to create a safety risk for you that you're going to be using glass in the shower, and with wet, slippery hands, you have a potential risk of dropping that? So no, I don't. So these are all things that as a manufacturer, I need to consider. As a consumer, you need to consider them too. But I need to bring your awareness to the fact that these are all considerations. These are things that I sleep and dream about and think about all day long, in terms of ways that I can be more sustainable and more responsible as an indie skincare brand. So the other thing, cardboard. So I've looked a lot at cardboard solutions. I love cardboard, and maybe that is where I'm going to go with our packaging. So you'll have to wait and see. But one of the things that I've discovered, and I've spoken to cardboard manufacturers, I've actually even traveled around to attend webinars and sustainable conferences, and to talk to different packaging suppliers. And I've contacted sustainability experts through LinkedIn around the world. And there's no perfect solution that I'm finding as of yet. But even with, cardboard, they're often lined with a wax liner that is not recyclable. So as a consumer, unless you're actually manually separating that wax liner, when you put that in your recycling bin, if you do, the recycling facility is not going to recycle it because they cannot manually be sitting there taking off those wax liners. So yes, it's a more sustainable option, perhaps, when the recycling facility is actually able to recycle it the way that we all hope and intend it's going to be recycled. So again, these are all things that as a manufacturer that I'm struggling with. The last thing I want to say about this whole sustainability topic is that that's all about the packaging. So I've been talking about packaging this whole video, but the other consideration as a manufacturer that I make is what goes inside and how sustainable is the ingredient or the list of ingredients, and have they been sourced in a responsible way, in an ethical way? You know, are they clean ingredients that when they're being washed down the drain, you know, or, you know, when you're going into the ocean and you're wearing this body butter with your sunscreen, you know, is it something that's going to harm the environment? Is it going to harm the sea life? Is it going to harm, you know, in a much bigger way than what's just going on your skin? So as a consumer, we're worried about what we're putting on our body, hopefully. But what about the bigger impact of what you're using in your skincare products? So again, these are things that I worry about. These are things that I lose sleep over, and I feel good to be able to tell you that when you're using Clean Kiss products, you are not using anything that's going to be harmful to the environment. There will be a blog post that I'm publishing about this and talking about countries that are banning sunscreen that have certain ingredients that are toxic to the oceans and to the environment. You know, certain face scrubs, as you probably are aware if you're educated about these things, that have microbeads that have been banned. When I make, you know, our sunscreen, which is a lemon sugar sunscreen, it's got nothing that isn't, you know, that is going to be harmful. It's got nothing that isn't going to biodegrade. We use basically lemons and sugar and, you know, plant-based oils and plant-based products. So these are all considerations that I take into account when I'm formulating products. Finally, this video was put together because I have a call to action for you. I really need your help. If you're a sustainable packaging manufacturer, if you're an investor that wants to invest in a sustainable packaging solution, if you're a consumer that has some ideas for me and you want to get in touch, please get in touch. I am wanting to hear from you. So you can reach me at Jodie, Jodie, at cleankisslifestyle.com. You can go on my website, cleankisslifestyle.com, and reach out to me that way. I've also got a live chat feature on my website. So however you wish to reach out, if you want to call me, you can find my phone number on the website. I would love to hear from you because we all need to come together as consumers, as manufacturers, as responsible citizens to try to leave this world and this earth cleaner and better and healthier than how we found it and how we will be leaving it one day when we leave this earth. So I'm going to end this video on that note. So please reach out and please follow Clean Kiss and on all of our mediums and through our newsletter, and stay in touch. This is a big issue and I'm very passionate, as you can hear today. And there will be more to come on this topic as this evolves for Clean Kiss as a brand. Thanks everyone. Have a great day.